What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another predicted lineup. Tottenham against Manchester United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 4:30 kickoff on Sunday tomorrow. Big game in search of our top four hopes. In terms of them, if it's a big game for Man United or not, I mean, in terms of their league stature, I mean, they finished top four already. They've got top four.
Yeah, it looks very likely.
Yeah. You can assume they've got top four. I mean, they more likely finish second as well, unless they really fall off a cliff from now until the end of the season. They've got Europa League to think about. Obviously, they got their second tie against Granada next week. Do you reckon that'll play any on their minds at all?
I don't think they'll
straight out for revenge this weekend.
Yeah, I think they'll have the suitable amount of motivation in this game to really come out and put in a good performance. I think they'll know that even though there's a good cushion between them second and fifth, they don't want to let up. Or they've been grinding out results week in week out so far, especially away from home, and they're not going to give up that easily. Just it takes a lot of mental fortitude to go a whole year unbeaten in the league away from home. Even though they have drawn a lot of those games, it's still an achievement to do that. So I think you got to give them the credit they deserve in terms of it won't be an easy game at all, and I think they won't have an eye on the Europa League. They know they're 2-0 up, and they're going to go in full force to this one, I think.
All right, well, Jose's press conference has been done. Go and check out the full press conference. Every word Jose Mourinho has said on the channel right now got uploaded yesterday as soon as it was happening. What's been said in terms of injury news?
Yeah, he said, good news, just Davis and Doherty injured. Great news.
Read into that.
And I agree. No, but look, I think he was more saying it's just good news because no fresh injuries, which is the case. So that's very, very positive. And the players have had, for the first time in a while, had a whole week to train for a single game. So hopefully that could help us, but I have to wait and see. So yeah, that's the team news.
All right, so let's get into our predicted lineup. We're going for a 4-2-3-1 formation as always. In goal, Hugo Lloris. Left back, we're going to stick with Reguilon, our only fit left back within the squad. So those two positions pretty much pick itself. Now the right back, Tanganga played against Newcastle. Doherty is out injured. Aurier has hardly kicked the football for Tottenham recently. But we're gonna put Serge in there because
I hope more of hope than expectation.
Yeah, because Tanganga just wasn't great against Newcastle. Didn't have a good performance, albeit he had a good performance at Villa, but didn't back up against Newcastle.
He just doesn't seem like a natural right back for me. He doesn't seem comfortable there. Even against Villa, I know he played well and on the ball a couple of times, but he didn't exactly get in forward positions and show quality in the final third, anything like that. He was kind of just doing simple things well, which is fair enough. But against Newcastle, in possession especially, he definitely got found out a bit. I felt he lacked a lot of composure in that right back slot. And against Man United, we're going to need a high quality player. And Aurier's already put in an amazing performance against United this season back at Old Trafford, so he'll be looking forward to this game if he gets picked, I think, and that's I want to see him playing in this one.
All right, so the fullbacks are Reguilon and Serge Aurier. We're going forward now. Centre back positions is very interesting as well, because Toby hasn't played in a while. Eric Dyer hasn't played in a while. Davinson Sanchez had an absolutely shocking game against Newcastle. Joe Rodon has put in really good shifts the last couple of games. So in our opinion, we think Joe Rodon's definitely the one that's going to be in there for sure. Seeing definitely. As, he's been playing really well at the moment. Now it's his partner. His partner is the big question, but we're going to go for Toby Alderweireld.
What is that? I think we haven't seen him in a 2 this season. I've not to my memory. We have seen them together, but usually in a 3 in the back. Yeah. So we haven't really had the opportunity to see them in a 2. And I think Sunday could be a very good chance for that. I think yes, Toby and Aurier both left out the squad, and there was a lot of confusion why that was, and Jose threw in some weird answers and seemed to have lied about Toby, but I'm hoping this week they could have cleared some of the air, and I'm hoping Toby can come back in because I think we're going to need him. I think the way Sanchez played against Newcastle just showed where he's at mentally at the moment, and where he's at with Spurs. He's just a mistake a minute at the moment, and you can't really rely on him. That's the worry. And I know he has pace and he has good recovery tackles and stuff like that, but him next to Joe Rodon was just calm and composed and was able to defend effectively, and Sanchez was just kind of all over the place, and even in his good run, he's had a lot of moments like that, even in the past 9 games where he's been supposedly improved performance, which he has, fair play to him, but even in those games, he's still made quite a lot of mistakes and they've been overlooked. So I think it's time Toby comes back into this game. Having said that, if it was someone like Tanganga, I wouldn't be too against that either. If he went Tanganga and Rodon, I just feel like he doesn't trust Tanganga there. He doesn't trust it. He doesn't trust Tanganga there. The only reason I would say it is because they would have the legs to kind of cover a lot of ground. But I would go Toby because I think, first of all, it's been a while, I think, since Toby played on the right hand side of a defence as well. He hasn't been there for a while, and him and Rodon together hopefully could spark up some sort of partnership.
I mean, I've been pretty much saying it all season that I want to see these two at the back together and see how they get on. Hasn't been the case, obviously. They haven't played together in a 2, like my brother mentioned, but hopefully this weekend we'll see it for the first time. So the back 5 we're going to go for is Lloris in goal, Aurier right back, Reguilon left back, Rodon and Toby in the middle. The double pivot, the same as always, Højbjerg alongside Tanguy and Ndombele. And how important are they going to be this weekend?
Extremely important, especially with Bruno buzzing around. He's going to be he's been a thorn in most people's side this season. So he's definitely going to be
top 6 sides.
Exactly, but he's definitely going to be one to watch. But I think obviously in Old Trafford, when we played Old Trafford, Ndombele was still playing in the number 10 role, and we played Sissoko and Højbjerg in the pivot. I would hope he avoids the temptation to revert back to that, because I think with Sissoko's form currently a lot to be desired. But with knowing Mourinho, there's always a chance it could happen. He could try it again, because it did work so well back in September. So there is a chance he reverts back to Sissoko in the pivot, but I would hope he doesn't. I would hope he just gives Ndombele another opportunity to keep building his way into that role in the Premier League. And I think him and Højbjerg start creating a decent partnership together. So I would like to see them continue.
Left-hand side of the midfield, we're going to go for Heung-min Son.
Yeah.
In the middle, we're going to go for Lucas Moura. Obviously, he's been one of our standout performers recently. I think that his performance against Newcastle wasn't that great, but he wasn't just sticking to the middle, was he, against Newcastle?
Yeah, he's just a bit anonymous. I felt he's been very involved in the past few games before Newcastle, and against Newcastle, he was kind of just drifted out, and a bit like the Lucas that we know he can be a lot of the time, where he can be a bit anonymous. But I still think he retains his place. I think in general he's been in good form, so I think we're going to need his pressing as well. So I think we've got to start Lucas.
And then on the right-hand side, we're going to go for Eric Lamela. It was a big shout for Gareth Bale. There was a big shout for Giovanni Lo Celso as well, potentially that number 10 as well. But we've gone for Lamela, and my thinking behind the Lamela move is also what you said with Lucas, that we're just going to need to put that defence under pressure. We're going to need to press them very high up the pitch. So I think Lamela, Lucas and Son are 3 really good players there to do that.
Yeah, I do have a feeling he's still going to go with Lo Celso, because I think he's just such a massive fan of Lo Celso. I know he said he likes Lamela as well, but he seems to have something special for Lo Celso. So I do have a feeling that even if he puts him in and plays like a 4-3-1-2, like I think a Vida maybe, like it was similar, he could even do that. But if he does play Lamela, which I wouldn't be against either, because I think he's also in good form despite that red card at the North London derby. I think despite that, he's been in good form. I think he played really well at Old Trafford in that first half. He kind of got in the United players' faces. He got Martial sent off as well. And I thought he put in a really positive display, and he was causing a nuisance. I remember him being in the box caused confusion, which led to Ndombele equalising as well. So I think Lamela will be up for this game, and I think it will be a good option if he plays.
And then up top, obviously, Harry Kane. Who else? So let me just run through that team with you one more time. So that's Hugo Lloris in goal, Aurier right back, Reguilon left back, Rodon and Toby in the centre-back positions, with Højbjerg and Ndombele in the double pivot. Son on the left, Lamela on the right, with Lucas in the middle, Harry Kane up top. What prediction are you going for?
I'm going for 1-1.
1-1.
1-0. I think it'll be a draw. I think United being unbeaten for so long, and I think a lot of draws in the last 9 games away, they've drawn 6 and won 3. So it tells a lot of story about how they're grinding out those kind of results. And I think we will be good enough to get a goal out somewhere. I think with Kane and Son linking up, they'll be good enough to create something. But I don't have confidence that we'll keep a clean sheet, and I think United, with the quality they have, whether it be a penalty from Bruno or something, I reckon they'll nick a goal. So I'm going for 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm doing you guys dirty on this channel by predicting this scoreline, but unfortunately I'm going for 1-0 to Manchester United. I really I can't see anything. I can't see us getting anything out of this game with this bad feeling around the club, the performance we put in against Newcastle. I'm struggling to see it. I mean, I really hope the team and the manager can prove me wrong. But yeah, I'm going for 1-0 to Manchester United. And I think Man United recently, they haven't been playing well, but they've been getting through games and getting over the line. So I just have a feeling they're going to do it again. But like I said, I hope they all prove me wrong on Sunday. And on Sunday, I'm sure I'll be waking up a bit more confident and telling everyone we're going to win on Sunday morning. So there you go. That is our predictions. That's our predicted lineup. That is our predicted score lines. Let me know your predicted lineup and predicted score lines in the comment section below. See you tomorrow for our live watch along. See you for David Harris's brand new show, the pre-match pump up, and then that'll move into our watch along, and then that'll move into our post-match fan show. So a host of content to come your way tomorrow. Let's hope for 3 points. Let's hope everyone can get pumped up for this. Let's hope we can have a positive kind of end to the season now. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.